Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the Beat Up Plans with a turn towards grey matter, where we just had a close encounter with Laura. And I think in Dreadhill House we need to find out something about a student of mine. It might actually be the first time we need to enter my office, but first, I want to set something straight from my brain. Because I got confused for a second there.
David, can I get you something?
No, I'm fine.
Well, I was wondering if more was to follow, because that was a different line than usual. The accident, it happened on the 22nd of October, if I do recall correctly. Can't see that right now, but... Alright, a student, I would assume that... Oh, he needs to go in here. I assume that is where he keeps the papers around.
That's my old consulting office. There's nothing in there that I want.
Well, perhaps we're just gonna go into the tank then? Or wait, perhaps Laura left a message. Though Laura already directly left us a message. Why would we need the random number generator right now? That doesn't make much sense in that way, does it? It's also still standing on info.
I'm not sure what Laura's trying to say, if that is indeed Laura.
Yeah, because that's also becoming a question. Touch me when I showered. Yeah, but now you've also been touched. Another matter. So, we checked the RNG device, we talked to Dr. Muskin, repeat memory exercise for new session with Laura, use Laura's favorite places for inspiration. We kinda did that already.
I can't go in there now.
Do you have something here on the computer regarding your students? My files. Horse path tracks and Edmund spool. Experiment plan. Procedure. This is all as we expect. None of these are from the 21st of October, only the 8th of October
Laura's
is the
presence
best.
in the house has continued. I've decided to begin a new experiment to study the effects of imagination. I'll use students as subjects. Laura's presence in the house...
That's not what we want. We don't need anything of this.
The picture is as good as it's going to get without professional help.
Alright, so we can't do much more with that as well. Ha-to-do-to-do. David's appointment book. Perhaps that can be done, considering it was 2002, then we can look at the dates. Yeah, there we go. So, 21st of October. That's Hellborn.
I suffered some memory loss around the time of the accident. The appointment book isn't helping. But if something unusual happened, perhaps I mentioned it at dinner.
If I did, Simon Hellborn might remember.
I suffered some but if something unusual...
If I did...
Okay, so I was wondering also, because Hadley stood here, perhaps Hadley also had something there. So yeah, it was the book. 21st October, one day before the accident. Well, we know Hellborn's telephone number. We've looked at that several times. Whoa, I clicked out of the game. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to go up here and that was just a tad too far. The double screen, I love it, but there are also some disadvantages.
Hellborn, but I don't remember the number. I have his card around here someplace.
We looked at it like I don't know how many times. I think I'm quite positive we looked at it the last episode.
No, I'm fine.
Sorry that I'm clicking through this, Miss Dalton, because we aren't fine and we need the number.
Simon's business card with his phone number. Simon's...
Is that enough to remember it? Or do I need to click on it in a specific manner? No, he's not complaining. Alright.
Hello, David Stiles speaking. Fine, thanks, Veronica. Is Simon available this afternoon? It's urgent. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
David, I couldn't believe it when my secretary said you were here. How are you?
Simon, I need your help.
I've offered it 1,000,000 times, anything.
We had dinner the night before the accident. Amanda, Laura, you and I. Do you remember?
Of course I remember. That was the last time we saw Laura.
Well, I don't. I can't remember anything from that day.
It's not unusual for trauma to cause memory loss.
Yes, I know. Do you remember what I talked about at dinner? Did I mention any of my students?
Not that I recall. Why? What's this about, David?
Damn. What about Amanda? She might remember something.
If it's really important, I could try hypnosis. I've had pretty good success helping patients recover memories.
I didn't think about that. Can we do it now?
If you like. Lie down on the couch.
Who then is Veronica? His secretary that he knows by first name?
All right, David. I'm going to have you relax. Fully and completely relax. Let go. You're waking up now. Slowly waking up. And it's the morning of October the 21st. You get out of bed. What's the first thing you do?
I am going to try the make love option, but I don't think that's it, or that it might not be PG-13. And if my video gets R-rated, who gives a darn. But it's interesting that he says to help you relax, where Dr. Stiles said in the last episode that only Laura could make him relax, but I'm being now nitpicky.
Laura and I made love.
Did you?
No. I can't remember. Wish we had.
Told you.
I took a shower.
What did you think about in the shower?
I was in a foul mood. I don't know why.
You showered and got dressed. What did you do after that? Did you have breakfast?
As far as I could see, we had breakfast with Hedley.
I had breakfast with Hedley, my dean.
Where was this? At Dread Hill House? A coffee shop? The university?
Man, the fact that that sound was, for me, unpleasant, to be honest.
We met at a coffee shop in Oxford.
David, don't let it upset you, sir. The only people who read that journal are the most conservative scientists, people like Linkweller himself. And they already dislike you. Well, it's true. Original thinkers are bound to have their critics. Don't let it discourage you.
I remember. Linkweller's rebuttal had just come out the day before. That's why I was upset and why I had breakfast with Hedley.
Right. You mentioned that at dinner. Now we're both remembering. Very good, David. Now you're leaving the coffee shop. What did you do next? Did you have classes that day?
As the
do remember
infinite
that saying.
matures, we see that connections that will last a lifetime are vital message passageways that carry... Yes, it was a lecture.
On what subject?
I hope, by the way, that the sound doesn't affect your the listening quality of this video. I would say neuroconnectivity in infants, as far as I understood it.
Neural connectivity in infants. Yes, I'm sure that was it.
Did anything happen during the lecture? Anything to do with the student?
A single brain network can involve billions of neurons. Multiply that by... Yes?
Ah, so you're suggesting I could levitate or see through women's clothing if only I'd needed to do it when I was 3 months old? Wow, how about teleporting to Mars?
I don't know about those particular skills, Andrews, but one skill you apparently needed at 3 months then was the ability to pointlessly interrupt. As I was saying, despite the extraordinary number of neural connections that we do form, there are still... There was something one of Linkweller's cronies. I was annoyed, humiliated by the time I left class.
It's all right. Try to remember the emotion without reliving it. What did you do after class?
If Linkweller is really using students like that, then Malik can also definitely be a the wolf in the lamb sheep as we were looking for, as I already suggested a long time ago. But I am surprised that these students either agree with it because it's spending a lot of time. Do they get extra credit for it? And if that is true, then Linkweller is totally cheating on the system, which means Linkweller can go and get a nice kick under his arse, just to state it politely. No, we not had another class. We had office hours, we just saw.
I had office hours. There's something. I'm feeling very anxious.
Take a deep breath. This is just a memory. It's not real. Try to watch it impersonally.
There's someone at the door.
You don't have to continue.
No, I do. I said... Enter. Yes? What can I do for you?
Who is it?
I only see a figure. A wild figure.
Is it a student?
I think so.
I think it's female considering the way she stands.
Female. It was a female.
All right, very good. Relax. There was a female student standing in your office, and she said...
I'm Dr. Stiles. What do you want?
I read your article. I have this thing, this power.
Oh, and what power might that be? Outbound flight to Mars?
I thought you could help me. You were the only one who would understand.
Yes, well, apparently not. It's been very amusing. You may leave at any time.
That is interesting.
David, are you all right?
Oh my God. I thought it was a prank. Laura, she remembered.
Laura, what are you talking about? What has this student got to do with anything?
I can't explain. Thanks for the help.
But David...
You are estranging yourself this way, but then again you would also estrange yourself if you said you were talking to the ghost of your beloved wife who passed away in a terrible car crash accident. Oh, come on. Alright. By the way, the come on was because, once again, the game just... I don't know, ever since I have... I don't know, it's the one issue that is with my computer. Sometimes programs just go... close and I can... they don't end, but then it goes out of them for some reason. Well, let's see what we can still do in this chapter. In this chapter. The experiment, we still have to set this up. Chapter 5 bonus, we don't know. We've done everything else. So we either need to do the entire experiment, or we need to have chapter 5 bonus. There was a female student who said she had powers, so she must be in there for a while. Then you're starting to think of Miss Mulholland. At least a graduate student, not an undergraduate. That is interesting. Also, kind of, I know I understand you're angry at the student, but if you believe in your own article, if somebody tells you this could be your opportune moment. Nothing here. Actually.
I don't need to make an...
Oh. Is the list longer? Don't think anything changed here. I think this was always the Gazot. Oh, sorry, it's Or DNR ZOT space PC. That might be a little bit more understandable than. Wait, what? Oh, for a moment I thought there was something special over here. Alright.
I suffered some memory loss, but if something unusual happened, perhaps if I did.
We all ended this. Alright, so that doesn't aid us again. What experiment are we talking about here?
I can't go in there.
Perhaps we need to go to our general lab? The lab to set up for the experiment with the students?
I don't need to look.
Get anything up right now, alright. The problem is I don't follow the logic of what to do right now.
These beds are attached.
And I don't think I can do anything here until I have the full sessions he said.
It would take hours to look through all the data. I need to zero in on a specific time.
Need to zero in on a specific time. How do I... MRI data session, session 1. MRI data session 2. They look somewhat similar. Let's first go through this one.
It looks normal.
This is normal? Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. I did with 60 seconds, but... Oh wait, no, this is a part of the brain that's being scanned. I thought it was seconds change, but it isn't. Man, this is a lot of clicking through. Wait, weren't these things happening at like... a quarter... I've forgotten the time zones when things went weird. I assume something special happened. You know what? I'm gonna do this slightly different. Start at the beginning. Don't change the thing. I'm having it on the first S. Let's go through this. I don't see any abnormal patterns at the moment when I quickly scroll through this. Oh man. Oh, am I clicking through the beginning again? I think, yeah, so after 50 it ends. Alright, hold on. 15, sorry, I'm an idiot. Nope, okay, the 30S point then. I already clicked through it, didn't I? Yep, I did. Sorry. I assume I'm looking for something like purple color or something like dark red.
What? What is that? I've never seen anything like that. I wonder if it could have been a power surge. Promising, but it doesn't leave me much data to work with. I'll switch to my older MRI equipment tonight. It should be less sensitive to power spikes. What?
Alright, so we found one at... It was 11:30.
What? What is that?
Yeah.
What?
So 60 is then? Nothing there. I assume we need the second, yeah, we're going to go to the second session. Let's do 45 seconds again. I don't know if that is anything of interest or noteworthy or importance, but... No. Then we'll do the 61. Just a bit of clicking through. Now we know at least what we're looking for, so we can go a little faster. I hope.
What is that?
Again?
I've never seen anything like that. I wonder if it could have been a power surge. Promising, but it doesn't leave me much data to work with. I'll switch to my older MRI equipment tonight. It should be less sensitive to power spikes.
But it shows them for all of them.
What?
I assume there's nothing else here. No, so we both had a power spike thing.
Whatever it is that happened, it happened the same way both nights. That rules out a glitch in the program.
Aye. And that is the thing that we needed as an important piece of data. Oh, sorry. So we'll switch to the old MRI equipment. The old MRI equipment... No. I wanted to get out of the lab. That's what I wanted to do. The old MRI equipment is over here.
I bought that for the clinic. We never used it.
Yes, but you want to use it now, right? Because this is your old MRI equipment.
I bought that for the clinic. This is your old MRI. You wanted to use it, but you now just all of a sudden say... These beds are a tad intimidating.
We used the computer. We already know and have them both sessions, so that's also... By the way, how can these files differ about 40 megabytes on a 190 megabyte smallest thing if the sessions last the exact same amount of time? That's kind of weird. No, I'm going to go back to the private lab. And I'm gonna get rid of the almighty spacebar for a moment. For some reason, they thought it necessary to do this with the private lab, where in the other ones it didn't. No, nothing changed about this. Then I think we don't have nothing to do in here.
David, can I get you something?
No, I'm fine.
Actually, I want to talk to you.
Have you seen Samantha? I need to speak with her.
No. She's probably at Oxford.
Why is she never around when a person bloody well needs her? What are you looking at? I'm paying her salary, aren't I?
I never said a word. I did notice that you've gone out quite a lot today. You mustn't overdo it. See how it upsets you? And with Sam in the house and other things. You mustn't push too hard.
I don't plan to make a habit of it.
Is that the new electroshockometer? Nice.
Anybody know the whereabouts of Miss Everett?
Little Miss All for One and One for All. She's done a disappearing act.
Sam does seem a little unreliable.
I'm sure she has a good reason. She went to enough trouble to get us here tonight.
Never mind, we'll proceed without her.
I can understand that
Close
the
your
group
eyes.
doesn't like that, because now one of their members isn't there. That's really weird. Oh my, are you going to spend the whole night trying to put everything back? Oh, that is so exhausting. That looks like Styles.
Samantha!
Oh, Houdini is gone again.
I found that in my bed this morning. If that rabbit's not careful, he's going to end up as a pair of bunny slippers.
Oh God, I'm sorry. He must really like you. He's never gotten in bed with anyone but me before. He's not that kind of rabbit.
He's not going to be any kind of a rabbit if he does it again. And you? Where were you last night? I realize that you're not a scientist, Samantha, but there are such principles as test conditions. How on earth can I conduct a valid experiment if I can't even keep something as basic as the test subjects the same every night?
I'm sorry. I thought I could get home on time, but I got delayed and...
I mean, how are the other students to take this seriously when you, my assistant, come and go as you please? Do you think... What is that? What a goose egg. Are you all right? What happened?
I'm fine. I fell down some stairs yesterday. I had to sit for a while. That's, why I was late.
Any double vision? Headache?
No, I'm fine, really.
Well, I think we should go to the hospital right away.
Please. I really don't want to do that. I'm fine. Look, is there anything specific you wanted me to do today?
Actually, there was something. How well do you know Angela and Helena?
Not well. Do you have any reason to suspect them?
Yes. But don't ask me what. I don't have time to explain it. I'd like you to research their backgrounds. How long they've been at Oxford, where they were before, and anything else you can find out. And I'd like you to go over to the weight room and see if anyone saw someone lurking about the place last night.
Okay.
But you
Report back to me later today. And you're not off the hook for last night. Don't do it again.
You know, you could just
Helena
tell him.
You better stay put, Houdini. I think you're running out of chances with the big guy.
And I think as well. Well, we're back to our Lady Magician. What do we have to do today? Oh, you saw the little switch in the symbol there. Altering the plan, Sea Raider Stroll Part 2, The Ghost of Dread Hill House, and Investigating the Lamps Club Take 2. Yes, I understand. All quite the same. I wonder how many chapters there are actually in the game, considering we already have entered Chapter 6. And we are starting to get closer and closer to unmasking a few things, but Sam did try to take a photograph of it. The camera seems to be gone. How are you going to explain that to Helena? And it did seem to be supernatural. Well, lots of things to find out, but that is in the next episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.